Ethos of Silence.
A veteran podcast aims to amplify the voices of veterans, creating a safe space for authentic conversations about their experiences, challenges, and triumphs. We seek to break the stigma surrounding mental health and foster community support, resilience, and understanding. Through storytelling, expert insights, and candid discussions, we strive to inspire healing, promote awareness, and empower veterans on their journeys.
Welcome. Ethos of Silence, we're live, we're back. We with Chuck. It's taken a while to get this far, but I tell you what, I'm loving the journey. He ain't quite told us anything about the Marine Corps yet, but I left off with a quote, and I think that might have sparked something he wants to talk about. You know, something in the Marine Corps I would tell all of my fucking Marines is a nail that sticks out gets the fucking hammer, right? Like, do not be the one out there on the flight line that looks retarded. Do not be the one who looks this, looks that, because if somebody calls you out for it, I'm the one who's going to have to light you up. And do not feel bad when I'm lighting you up. That just means I love you. Feel like when I'm lighting you up, if I'm not lighting you up and you messed up, that means I don't love you no more. When love is lost, that means that when we deploy, you are staying back. You are not going to be the one I choose. You're going to be the one I fap out to the tool room. You're going to be the one that I get rid of. You're going to be the one that whenever we go out on the ship, you're going to be working in the chow hall. You're going to be doing all this other different stuff, right? But then I ended that quote with, when it's your turn to be the hammer, right? When it's your turn to call the shots, when it's your turn to be the hammer, hit hard. Because when you were the nail, no one showed you any mercy. What's that make you feel like, Chuck?
Woo! All right. So, first and foremost, I love this. I love you, Loucks. You know, I do.
Sounds like you're about to kill me, but that's all right.
Yeah. There's not a. So, I have very few. I'm 36 years old now. Like I said, my father's not here. My uncles, I don't talk to you that much. That most family, I'm the problem for a lot of my family members. So nobody really calls me just to call and check on me like you do, and some of the other Marines do as well. But as far as mentorship goes, and somebody to look up to, it's you and it's Tiggs.
Okay,
Tiggs about a month.
Tiggs is amazing. You know, to go off on an off subject, like I don't talk to Tiggs like you talk to Tiggs. Haven't talked to him since I left the Marine Corps. Haven't talked to him since he left the Marine Corps. But he was instrumental toward me becoming the man I was going to become, because I came from the East Coast and went to the West Coast. And when I showed up on the West Coast, he was symbolic toward the situation I'm already walking into, the squadrons I've already walked into, the path I'm already walking. And because he laid out such a amazing sense of knowledge, I remember Tiggs giving us a speech. And Tiggs' speech was about the pressures and the fact of concern, right? And the fact of us caring, right? And the fact of you caring and you having this fucking concern, it's important. And you know what? The fact of you caring and having concern means that you still give a fuck. And the fact that you giving a fuck means the fact that you can make a difference. Whenever you stop giving a fuck is whenever you stop making a difference. Continue to care, continue to make a difference. Continue to work and strive for the Marine Corps you want and for what you want around you to, become reality. And like the amount of knowledge that was in him whenever I initially came and I was underneath him and he taught me everything and he trained me in the little things that I was missing to become and elevate to the next level. It was amazing. Like it's funny that you mentioned Tiggs, because like this man served in the Navy. So whenever he came to the Marine Corps, he started over at E0, and he worked his way back up, which is amazing. Like it's inspirational for somebody like that to work his way up at because if you were an E5 in the Navy and you did 8 years in the Navy, then you restart in the Marine Corps. Dude, we're talking, if you joined at 18 and you did 10 years in the Navy, you're 28 going to boot camp with guys who are 17, 18 years old. Like 28-year-old me, that's me getting out of the military. Like my body's falling apart and the VA's rating me at all kind of crazy percentages because my body's falling apart, legitimately falling apart, And this guy done served in the Navy, going up and down them ships and on the boats and doing all the other different stuff he did in the Navy, and then joins the Marine Corps. Like, that is inspirational. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta put you in contact with him, but and he'll probably be great on this podcast. But so to say all that, one thing I remember about Loucks specifically, the first time I really met him, I was a corporal, and I was on nights, and I thought I was pretty shit hot. Okay, I was one of the more competent individuals, you know. I was doing pretty well. You know, I was working on, getting calls and things of that nature. And it's night crew. And at this time in my Marine Corps career, I thought I had it all figured out. I remember walking into my shop, the shop that I had walked into like hundreds of times. And I walk in and there's this asshole standing there barking orders.
That asshole would be me, by the way. Just to clarify.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm looking, my whole shop is flipped upside down, right? Like, chairs are out, tables are removed, parts are everywhere, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm asking everybody, what's going on? And everyone's like, oh yeah, Sergeant Loucks came in and he's taking over and he's revamping the shop, and I'm on the flight line. It's like
you're missing a very, very key concept of what I did. All right, so let me clarify the picture that you're painting. Right, I was somebody who worked during the day. Right, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, you know what? I can't sleep. I've had enough sleep. I'm going to go to the squadron. I'm going to flip shit on his head. I get dressed in uniform and head up to the squadron. Right? So I walk in the middle of your shift, in the middle of you running everything, and I toss shit on its fucking head to see how you're going to react.
Yeah.
Now you can continue your story because you were saying how you were working at night, right? But you never specified that I normally work during the fucking day. So I wasn't even supposed to fucking be there for people to show up, see what the fuck they're doing, evaluate the way my shit's running at night whenever I done set stuff in place, set stuff in motion. Like, inspect what you expect is a level of leadership that people say, people are taught, but very people actually step into and influence. And whenever you step into an influence, you flip shit on its head really fucking fast. You figure out who the leaders are and who the fucking followers are.
So I was instantaneously like pissed off because, like I said, this has been my home for a number of years now. I knew where everything was. I think I ended up walking right back out because I was working on one of the priorities, and I ended up going to like one of the other corporals and somebody else, and I'm like, man, we're fucked. Like, this dude,
we're fucked. This dude.
This guy is gonna fuck up the whole feng shui. Like, this is not good. Yada yada.
Yeah.
So I instantaneously hated you. I remember going back to the barracks that night, and me and some of the other individuals on nights popping a couple of beers. But all right, it's gonna get stupid now. Like, here we go. And truthfully, like, man, first couple months, like, I just did not like you. Not nothing personally. It's just like you were just always, foot in ass, so to speak. So it really it was uncomfortable. I wasn't comfortable. Nobody was comfortable. But I get now why you did it.
Because like I had the hammer in my hand and I had to make sure that if I was there on your deployments, which I never got a chance to fucking deploy with you, that you were able to execute in the fact of a situation that was extremely stressful and extremely aware of the fact of, even when I start to think of, Willis, and the fact of the shit he did and the shit he stood up with and the shit he fucking, would stand in front of a fucking officer and say like, hey, look, this is the way it fucking is. That's because I put, enough oomph in his nuts to testify in front of him that, hey, look, this is the way it is. This is what the fuck's broken. I know y'all are going to take my quals for doing something fucking stupid, but I have to prove my fucking point. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been well trained on this fucking subject. And if you have any fucking doubts, God damn it, just test me. But I'm here for a reason, and I have to drive that factor home. And I was taught by Mick Adams, which was the drill instructor for Hunt, right? That you inspect what you expect, and you continually ensure that they have room for improvement, right? So you tell somebody you're proud of them, but then you tell them how they can be better. And the reason the Marine Corps gets better and better and better is because we all improve upon the people in front of us. You tried emulating me. You improved upon the shit I did. That wasn't good. And then you did the shit that you thought was immaculate, like how the fuck you come up with that idea, and you doubled down on it and you did it. And maybe somebody behind you said, hey, look, double downing on it's too much. We're going to throttle it back a little bit. But they eventually find where that beautiful fucking middle ground is. And I'm only so good because of Thrower and fucking Steve and all the guys who taught me at 542, and then coming in and walking into Lopez and Perez and Pacheco and everybody who was there before me, who like can know the aircraft like the back of their mind. You know what I mean? And they just knew it. They just knew it. And you continually make things better. But there's a level of you that we learned something from the fact of Perez showing up. Even though as Perez is as crazy as fucking Perez was and as stupid as he was and everything else, like his level of intelligence wasn't on the aircraft. He knew other different things. So he taught you leadership principles that, you know, you kind of stirred away from and come back. You know, and the same with what was Matt's name? Maybe it was Matthew. I don't even know.
Hoffman. You talking about? I know you're talking about. I can't remember any either.
Yeah.
I remember Leg. Who else did? Can't remember a lot of the other guys. But yeah. Long story short, a couple months, foot in ass. Eventually, one day, like you and I just had a conversation. Right? I don't really remember too much, and you just kind of laid out what your expectations were, and I was kind of like, you know what? I was already in my mind. I was like, I'm already kicking ass. I'm already doing all this stuff, and here this guy goes, and he tells me I got to be a pit bull, and I got to be this, and I got to be that, and I'm like, you know, challenge me again. You did. So I said, you know, what the hell? And I'm gonna give you that pit bull. I'm gonna give you that mentality. And to be honest, it was exactly what I needed. I mean, because of it, you know, I ended up deploying as a corporal, being in charge, and coming back, running. You know, this is just to put it in perspective. I don't know how much of our viewers are military and whatnot, but I left in 2012.
Yeah, you got out of the Marine Corps in 12.
No, I didn't get out. I didn't get out of the Marine Corps. No. I got off my deployment. My second deployment in 2012.
Okay.
I deployed in 10. I deployed in 12. I deployed in 15.
Okay.
So I got off my second
Where'd you
deployment
go in
12.
10? Where'd you go in 10?
10 was Japan.
Okay, 10 was Japan.
That was the 31st meeting.
All right.
31st meeting.
In 10, you took a 31st out, or 10, you went on a 31st. Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you go in 12?
And my 12 was a 15th meeting. Now, that one we 15th. Did. Yeah, we did actual combat operation. I'm just going to paint the picture. I had Grand Sergeant Bagley, who you knew him for a time, brilliant mind, great. Oh, you didn't know Gunny Bagley?
I knew Bagley.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
when I showed up in 12, my daughter was born, and I missed out on going out with you and Bagley and everybody else because y'all were gearing up and going out as soon as I showed up to 311.
Yeah, that's what it was. So he was smart as could be on the aircraft, but he wanted nothing to do with the flight deck.
Yep.
So which is fine. We had Sergeant Smith. We actually had and Sergeant Williams. Remember, it was Stockton. It was Sergeant Smith and Sergeant Stockman. So
was Stockton a smart sergeant at that time?
Yeah. He was. Yeah, they were. You know what? They were interchangeable. They were basically identical. I mean, the two guys. They were opposites.
Okay, so they were nowhere near identical when I met them. But if you're talking about them in that time frame of the deployment, as far as their knowledge on the aircraft, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as like, Yeah,
Personality-wise,
Stockton
different.
was a bald white guy. You'd mistake him for Homer Simpson, but skinny as a Marine. And Smith looked like Will Smith. Like he literally looked like Will Smith, and he would what did y'all say? Give y'all light shows. Like he did raves.
He
was Will Smith. He was one of the Marines that like raves like do everything else. But I mean also like the flight deck with all of the movements and different stuff like that. You give those guys some light sticks, and at night it all of a sudden looks like they're throwing a party out there. If you don't know what those hand signals mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was my deployment. We also had Guzman. All right, that was my ride or die.
We had it. Yeah, GTA till the end of the time. I get it. I remember.
Yeah. I almost lost rank because of him, but still a great guy.
I made sure that didn't happen. We'll get into that story.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But so I did that deployment, kicked ass, right? So looking at jab and doing all the great things.
Your 15th kicked ass, huh?
Yeah.
What kind of combat sorties did y'all fly off the 15th? Because I've never actually taken a Westpac out, so I'm not quite sure if y'all flew the same combat sorties as like an East Coast MEU would have flown.
It was all support, so we would go up through the straits and everything like that.
Okay. Now, I mean, if y'all went through the straits, we went through the straits, so it's the same. Yeah. You're supporting the same areas. It's just two MEUs out at the same time, so that the U.S. can distribute its dominance upon the world. Sounds good. Yeah. So that's
okay. Cool. You know, we come back from all those things, and I actually got like a Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal. Like I said, I did all the great and wonderful things. And I come back, and Gunny Bagley gets orders to 121, the first F-35 squadron. He's out within like 30 days. And then Sergeant Stockman got recruiter orders. Sergeant Smith gets out. So within the span of 45 days, after just getting back home from deployment, I lose my gunnery sergeant, my OICs in Afghanistan. Both senior sergeants are gone. So it's just me and Corporal Guzman. And we did that for 6 months. 6 or 7 months. Because we did that, we did that split detachment. So, the rest of everybody was over in the Middle East while we were, back home. And I credit a lot of the uncomfortableness that you did initially. Because I was able to adapt and deal with, because they gave me a staff sergeant, I'm not going to say his name, but you know who he is, who spent his whole career in the tool room and fapped out and didn't know anything about the aircraft. So he was completely useless. And I used to like email you and the warrant officer, and I can't even remember his name anymore. So with Huerta, there it is. Chief Officer Huerta. I used to email you guys, and the time difference was crazy. So I'd be coming in 3 o'clock in the morning just to check the emails, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I credit a lot of my early success and follow-on success to a lot of the adversity that you put me through and a lot of the challenges that you gave me. And I tried to take a lot of the tools that you used to make myself better, and it helped me out a lot. It did.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that makes me miss it.
I'm glad I was able to create that adversary for you to overcome. But yeah, I mean, it's all about growing and becoming a man, and eventually you realize things. Sometimes whenever you're thrown into combat situations, you realize things a lot faster than intended. You grow up a lot faster than you have to. You, even though you have a Haitian and Puerto Rican background, you start having gray hairs a lot younger than anyone else around you, and you even decided to continue in the military post Marine Corps, doing stuff with the Navy that. Yeah. I mean, so based on retirement, based on this, based on that. Everybody makes their own decisions based on, what they can be, about like what I say about NFL players. Be the man you can afford to be because, hey, if you're Aaron fucking Rodgers, you can afford to be an asshole and go off and do ashwagandha and do whatever and live in the darkness and whatever and come back, and Green Bay decides they're going to start Aaron Love and you just go get a job somewhere else. Whatever. I'm Aaron fucking Rodgers. I can get a job, But if I'm a Loucks, I can't go and do that and then end up with a job in the Marine Corps. You know what I mean? So, like, be who you can afford to be.
I'm thankful. Again, lucky breaks.
Lucky breaks.
I've been surrounded by like people like yourself. Caught, the forgiveness of somebody when I was supposed to be in trouble. Somebody looked out for me here or there. So very fortunate in that regard. And I think the biggest thing for me when it came to you,
trying to pull on heartstrings. What you got, buddy?
No. I had to ask you once, like, why are you so damn, hard and difficult and everything? And it said something about if you didn't care, you wouldn't be so hard. And I actually had to look back and look around, and I saw the people that didn't care about me when I messed up, didn't utter a word, and so in my young naive mind, I'm thinking, I got away with one. No, realistically, they didn't care enough to say anything. So, when you were constantly on my butt, haircuts, shaves, any reason you could get to get on me.
So you've got to do that to try and instill a level of discipline and a level of want and a level of success from somebody, and the attention to detail that is going to be required of them at a later stage and going to be required of them. And to instill that in them, you have to be that person. So I had to be the person who had a fresh haircut every day when I showed up. That's why I had a bald head, is because I'm able to run a pair of clippers over my head and it looks like I have a fresh haircut every day. I didn't have a bald head because my hair doesn't grow in. Dude, if you would look at me now, I've got Viking dreads and a long flowing mane of hair and a big old beard. Like when I came onto the Pensacola base with you, you were like, are you taller than me? And that's just because I got the Johnny Bravo hair going on that's like 6 inches above my head. And you're like, dude, I didn't think you were taller than me. No, that's all hair, dog. That's nothing. I'm still the little 5'8" person standing next to the 5'11" guy who's almost 6 foot, who only says he's 5'11" because the Marine Corps instilled in him the fact that he's only 5'11", you're not 6 foot, So I hear you and I agree with you and I get you. It's awesome. I can't sum it up any better, man. You had an amazing career in the military. You had an amazing career in the Marine Corps. You've been surrounded by people who know what they're talking about. You've been surrounded by leaders who know how to lead and know how to inspire. And they built you into the man you are today because you decided that you are going to believe what some people say. And you're going to emulate what they say, and you're going to emulate other aspects of others. And I know you're not emulating every aspect of me because I'm nowhere near perfect. But goddamn it, I'm pretty fucking close.
Yeah, hey, look, me. I'll be honest. So another. I don't know how much time we got, but another story. We
got like 7 more minutes. We got more than enough time to jump into it. Great.
Cool. So I got orders on recruiting duty. I'm jumping so far. I got orders on recruiting duty.
Okay.
And I'm deciding to go. I'm going to go cross country in these things. And the great thing about Marines is whether you're in, whether you're out, whatever. Like
once a Marine, always a Marine. Simplify.
Yeah. So I went. I left Yuma, Arizona, went up to San Diego. From San Diego, shot down into Texas. Saw our, a good friend of ours, Liao.
Okay. Yeah. Twitch. Twitch. Boy, I tell you what, I swear that guy got hit by electricity before he ever started working on electrical systems for aircraft. That guy, you be in the middle of chewing his ass and he just twitch out. It's like, Are you okay, man? Like, I care about you. I'm chewing your ass trying to make you better, and now you're having what looks like a seizure in front of me, but yet it's not a seizure because you're still standing at attention somehow. But you're twitching out as if like somebody's downloading into your body right now. Are you okay? He had one of them things while we were fucking moving a lightning pod. You know, we've got everybody in the fucking front. He starts twitching out while we're moving a lightning pod, the forward section of a fucking pod, and I've got to take the whole pod on myself, you know. I'm like, yeah, hey, y'all stop. Twitch is having a fucking situation here, you know. And I hold it for a good fucking 2 minutes, and then he stops twitching. I'm like, dog, you good? He's like, yeah, I got it. Like, all right, I don't know what the fuck happened to you, but let's go ahead and go now. And I mean, the forward section of those pods gotta be all of 200 fucking pounds, which is fucking awkward, you know. Yeah. Anyways, continuing with your story,
but I call up Loucks, and
that's me.
Yeah. And I was like, hey man, I'm gonna be driving through, and you're like, yeah man, cool. Like let's come to my wedding, and I'm thinking to myself like, I don't have anything to wear.
Dog, you're a Marine. Just show up in some fucking dress skivvies. It'll be okay. Show up to my fucking wedding. Damn. I can't believe you called me. Hey man, I'm coming through. Yeah man, I got you a hotel room. Come stay for my wedding. Come stay in the little fucking trailer shack I'm living in. Yeah. This is 2016. Yep. What a beautiful time. We went to go drink with my buddy who I joined the Marine Corps with, who had a house out in Zachary. We went and drank at his house for a little while, and then we went and hit a hole in the wall fucking bar for a little while that night, and then we went to the wedding the next fucking day.
And that's the great thing is because I'll be honest, when I was driving and I'm talking to my mom, you know, this is years later, and I said, hey mom, I'm gonna go see Loucks, and all she knew about Loucks was this, you know, hairy man that spent a month or two. I think he spent a month or two on my couch.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, he lives in Louisiana, you know, out of the sticks and nowhere.
Spent a month. How close was your, was that your first wife that you were living with when I spent that month on your couch? How close was your first wife to your mama to tell her about me and the man staying on the couch who just magically, you know, becomes the master of magical things while we're playing cards and is like slapping things on the table, and then we've got a bunch of things slapping on the table.
Yeah. Okay, so Detour, you broke my bookshelf. One of y'all, we used to throw parties. I miss this so much. For the military because you know, serving is great. It's wonderful. You know, I'm proud of that. I know everyone is, but you know what I really miss? I just miss the people.
The camaraderie, dog. We all need to get together. You know what? Y'all all need to come down and we need to throw a Mardi Gras bash. Like, we need to throw a Mardi Gras bash. Like, we need to get a party bus. Like I invited you, the Marine Corps ball, the 250th ball down in the Superdome down in New Orleans. You know, like, that'd have been the best thing for 311 to get back together, take a party bus down there with the Marine Corps League and have a great time. But life happens. Life sucks. Like, we need to try and figure out how to slow everything down and enjoy the moments, or like decide what moments we're going to enjoy together. Because there's so many of them. But I mean, the same with Mardi Gras, a party here. Like, it's just a festival of fools.
Look, I have videos. I have videos.
Hey, pictures. Video evidence and pictures of me? How dare you? How dare you? You're gonna blackmail me?
Well, no, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, you broke my. I would go down the list. My bathroom door got broken. My table got broken. My bookshelf got broken. This all happened at one party. Batiste made out with some girl on my couch that got it on.
Yeah.
You and Bill Gomez. You and Bill Gomez were running around my house naked.
Well, no. Hey, me and Owen. You remember Owen? Me and Owen.
Yeah, I remember Owen.
Me and Owen, after all this went down and we had all the fun at your house, we went next door where there was a topless party going on. And me and Owen played beer pong. So after we had the party and got tuned up at your house, we went like 3 doors down to a neighbor's, right? And we were playing beer pong, and Owen was defending Staff Sergeant Kuzi with his life because we kept betting my Kuzi that nobody could beat us at beer pong. And then we kept losing clothes as we lost rounds of beer pong. And here we are naked playing beer pong with the neighbors who are also naked, and with the entire house who's also naked playing beer pong. After we've been having a tune-up at your house, we're over here with the neighbors playing beer pong on my beer pong table, with them, and like they're naked, and we're making their wives get naked because they have no more clothes to lose. Playing beer pong.
Look, I got a lot of shit that day too, by the way, from the first wife.
From the first wife, yeah. That might have been why the first wife was only the first wife. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's cool. I mean, she saw your bush. We'll just leave it at that. Like, she was not happy about that. She walked in. Because I remember I was drinking too. I don't remember that.
I've got a guest here who says that she lied, that she wasn't happy about that. I'm just defending my honor. But hey, dog.
Go ahead, defend yourself.
We're at 30 minutes. Okay. But you can go ahead and tie this up with whatever loving logic you want to tie this up with, and let's hope that the entire world, including my kids, hear this, so that the next party they have is fucking amazing. Because you only live once, dog.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I guess what I miss most is, like, I knew no matter what bullshit, no matter what we were going through, no matter what the mission was tomorrow, no matter how many people, whatever the case might be, I had a group of individuals that was going to go through the shit with me.
Had a group of fucking devil dogs that no matter what the fucking mission was, we were going to get it done. No matter how fucking stupid, no matter how crazy, no matter what the fuck it was, we were going to get it done. And you had a bunch of ride or die people around you who, no matter what, loved you and was going to get it done. They might have had minor inconveniences with you. They may not have liked X, Y, or Z, the way you handle different situations. But at the end of the day, we were all on one team, one fight, and we got it done. I miss that too, brother.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that void will never be filled. I will never find another group of people who unconditionally love me that much other than my kids. And I will always question the fact of if they actually do or not, unlike I do my fucking Marines around me, which is fucking crazy. It's crazy to think that you had a group of guys that you would not even question their undying love for you the way that you question a fucking child's love. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can picture all their names. I can if I go in my closet and I if I throw on the uniform and everything like that, it'll just come back to me. You said names like Willis,
Me and Owen were this fucking close. Like, if I wasn't fucking married, we'd have had a fucking amazing night over there at that beer pong party playing fucking naked. Like, damn. This dude lost his fucking wife. It was fucking ridiculous. And we're like, no, dog, we can't do that. Just give me my koozie back.
Yeah.
All right, brother. 33 minutes. Any word of wisdom?
Okay. Not tonight. I'm still thinking all the stuff I'm thinking about, man. Ain't no words of wisdom. Just, just craziness.
I hear you, dog. Maybe tomorrow night, huh?
Maybe tomorrow, yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. Ethos of Silence. We out.
We now have a moment of silent prayer for those still in the battle, for our departed comrades, for those missing in action, and for those held as prisoners of war.